Hello, this is my third time doing this, but I don't care. I'm just gonna make sure I do this as efficiently, quickly, in the best way I can possible. So, to provide context, I'm outside as you can see. There's gonna be planes going over my head. There's gonna be cars like driving by. There's gonna be people, etc. I'm outside. Hopefully, I'm loud enough for y'all to hear me. I checked. It seems like it's pretty much okay. So I'm just gonna start talking. So my name is Riley Nicole. I'm a music artist, and basically, this is my first video of my journey doing the Artist Way. The Artist Way is a 12-week program written by Julia Cameron, and like it says, it's a spiritual path to higher creativity. So I just I was inspired to do this by Dochi actually, who's a music artist now who has done the Artist Way and has praised it for helping her get to where she is today. And that wasn't the reason. Well, it was one of the reasons, but it wasn't just. I didn't like watch her videos because she posted videos. That's why I was inspired to do the videos because she did like weekly videos of her progress with the Artist Way. But I saw other people posting about her and the Artist Way, and like once you start seeing something over and over again, it's like it's a sign. It's a sign. So I decided to buy the book, and I'm deciding to go on this 12-week journey. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the first week. So I'm going to be discussing the tasks that I did. I'm going to be discussing the tools that I used and the artist check-in. So let's start with the task for week 1. I have the list. So the tasks are number 1. Every morning, set your clock 1/2 hour early. Get up and write 3 pages of longhand stream of conscious morning writing. Do not reread these pages or allow anyone else to read them. Ideally, stick these pages in a large manila envelope or hide them somewhere. Welcome to the morning pages. They will change you. This week, please be sure to work with your affirmations of choice and your blurbs at the end of each day's morning pages. Convert all blurbs into positive affirmations. So, this week I'm gonna be going back and forth between the task and the artist check-in because the artist check-in deals with the task that I did. So the first question for the artist check-in was how many days this week did you do your morning pages? 7 out of 7. We always hope. How was the experience for you? So this week I did 6 out of 7 morning pages. Um, so I messed up on Saturday, and I wrote this. I said I messed up on Saturday because my brother had a soccer game, and I just didn't wake up early enough to do the morning pages. So I only did like 1 page. I told myself, even in the morning page, that I was gonna come back and finish them, and I didn't. So yeah, so that's why I said I did 6 out of 7 morning pages because I did complete one day. So what I said is what I said is about the experience. I said the experience overall was good. I enjoyed brain dumping and releasing all my stressors, anxieties, random thoughts, plans, and negativity onto the paper. It didn't, ooh, sorry. It felt like I was freeing my creative mind. Actually, I was able to finish my I Am Okay album. Like I said, I'm a music artist, so I I've written like, I would say around 10 songs and just made it look into an album, and I wrote them to YouTube beats. So hopefully, once I get back into the studio again, I'll be able to record it. So I said I finished my I Am Okay album. Sorry for the plane. And I in my intro to Now in the Phone EP, which I'm gonna release before my album, but yeah. As I said, I was able to finish these 2 projects because I freed up my creative mind by brain dumping. I'm grateful for the morning pages. The pages also opened my mind to a lot of ideas and suppressed thoughts and emotions I was holding. It felt cathartic releasing them. I wish I could go back and read the pages, but everything happens for a reason. I'm not allowed to read the pages um, after writing them. I would write affirmations, branding ideas um, for me as an artist, to-do list, diary entries, etc. Sometimes I talked about God, which I was surprised, and I'm surprised because like I'm not as religious. Like, so me talking about God and it's kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, it's like, it's kind of like I wouldn't say a new experience, but like an interesting experience for me. And like, with the artist way and how it's talking about, like, I'm learning how to connect with the creator, God, again, in a sense, and like, how I'm building this like creative partnership with God, which Julia Cameron she spelled it out as good orderly direction. So I found it very interesting, and I said that I've recently been using my Bible app and getting into the verse of the day routine. So I decided to put on a notification for the Bible app and it'll do like a verse of the day, and I open it, and it'll get like have me listening to like someone talking about the verse and explaining it, and like guided like prayers and practices and stuff like that, and like um giving me things to think about, etc. So I've briefly gotten into that this week because of what I read about, like I said, the Creator and God, and which I was surprised that was going to be in the book. So I'll keep you posted on that journey. But yeah, and so that's essentially task one. So task two said, take yourself on an artist date. You will do this every week for the duration of the course. So my artist date, sorry. So let's go to the check-in number two. It said, did you do your artist date this week? Yes, of course, we always hope. And yet artist dates can be remarkably difficult to allow yourself. What did you do? How did it feel? So I wrote, I did do my artist date this week. I printed out 3 coloring pages, went outside, and colored one while watching the Kevin Lane show on YouTube. Y'all should go watch it. It's really funny. Um, I colored a turtle sitting on a rock surrounded by water, grass, and flowers. The pages look like a cute. The page looks like a cute fever dream. It's very colorful. I did the turtle one because I saw a turtle while going on a walk last Monday. I watched the Kevin Lake show after my sister recommended the channel to me, so that's why I was watching it. I didn't want to admit it to her at first, but the show is really funny and fun to watch. The artist date felt so freeing to me. I was able to concentrate on being creative and finishing a project while having fun. The show had me laughing so hard. Plus, I love being outside with chirping birds, the flying plane overhead, and nature. It was really a relaxing experience. And then I actually have the coloring page that I did. This is Sheila. It kind of matches my shirt. Very cutesy. And yeah. Also, that reminds me. So for task one, I had to do after the morning pages that I did every day. I had to do affirmations that came from blurts. Blurts are like basically negative. I don't know if I already explained this, but I'm just gonna explain it again if I didn't do it before. So blurts are basically negative like thoughts that your censor, which is like your critic in your head, like just blurts out. Essentially, just like while you're trying to be creative, that like kind of like diminishes your creative self worth. So the rule that I learned because of the artist way, um, I always have it on the sticky note for my morning pages. It says, always remember that my censor's negative opinions are not the truth. So basically, when it came to the affirmations and blurts, which is, like I said, the negative comments that your censor will say. So, what they had me do in the book is they had me continuously like just write 10 times like a positive affirmation or something. And while writing those affirmations, write out the negative blurts that my sister would say while writing the positive affirmations. Um, I think I don't have the notebook where I wrote out the affirmation, but I think it said, I Natalie am a brilliant and prolific um songwriter, singer songwriter, something like that. And then while I was writing that 10 times, um, I would write down the negative stuff that came to my head, basically what my sister was saying. And then my task was to take those negative blurts and turn them into affirmations and repeat those affirmations to myself after the morning pages every day. And so that's what I did. And I made a cute little Canva poster with all my affirmations on it, and then different pictures around the border, and I put it on my wall. And then after my morning pages, that's what I do. I just like recite them, and I have 10 affirmations. Let me see if I can pull it up. And I just oh, I can't. My phone died. But like just 10 affirmations I said to myself every day, and it's really nice and encouraging. It's an encouraging way to start the day, so I recommend y'all do that. After the artist day, the next task is list 3 old enemies of your creative self worth. So the three and the old enemies will make are going to start their monster hall of fame. Um, so my 3 enemies were sixth grade IB and my high school drumline. And then the overall theme I found in all 3 of them is just like feeling like I lacked creative control and sorry, it's a car driving by. It had me distracted. Um, feeling like I just like lack creative control because I wasn't in charge of what I wanted to do. Like with or like I felt like I cared so much about what other people thought and what other people wanted to do that I just was giving my creative like energy, my energy overall, just like to external things and just looking for validation, acceptance, and just like all these things from other external sources, and I was just lacking within myself. So I was like a void of not only creativity, but void of just confidence and self worth in myself. Um, that's what it started in sixth grade because I want to be like part of the cool kids and stuff like that, and just be part of the smart kids, and just like feel like I was kind of like giving myself down to fit in, like quieting myself so I could be with everybody and stuff like that. Yeah. Um, IB kind of ties into sixth grade because that's when became an IB student, which is International Baccalaureate, which is like a advanced academic program where we just do a bunch of like just like I don't know, a bunch of like hard work. It's like AP advanced placement classes essentially, but like we had a whole schedule of them, doing all these project exams and papers and extra stuff that I didn't care for because like I just wanted to do music or like act or do something creative wise, and IB was just like academic and just like math, science, like more of that kind of thing. So it's like I felt like that kind of took away from my creativity and my creative self worth. Um, and just like the whole IB social life and stuff like that. I didn't feel I felt out of place. But and then high school drumline, it was male dominated, and I just feel like sometimes my voice didn't matter, and my opinions and what I wanted to do didn't matter. So eventually I did quit, especially with it being a male dominated, and like some of them were like kind of egotistical and just like had power trips because they were section leaders and stuff like that. I just didn't care for it. So yeah, it's just like I didn't like lacking control. I didn't like lacking control of what I wanted to do. But IB, like my schedule was made for me essentially. Like I did have choices. Like my elective, I did a film elective because like that was the most like creative one there. But yeah, no. I just didn't like lacking the creative control, but also I was giving my creative control away to external things and just draining myself for other people and for their acceptance and validation. So yeah, that's what that test taught me. Like my biggest enemy was myself at the end of the day. Um, I didn't write that, but that's what I just realized. So, task number 4, time travel. Select and write out one horror story from the Monster Hall of Fame. To keep it short and sweet, it was about my horror story was about me switching from a flip phone to an Android in 6th grade because people teased me for having a flip phone. So that made me really feel really insecure, really sad. So I cried to my parents about it, and they got me an Android because I just didn't want to be the odd person out. Um, I didn't like being like teased and judged for it. I didn't like it, so I changed it. But some like when I was writing it, I was kind of like thinking like my flip phone represented my individuality, like me being different and me like embracing my differentness and being happy in that, and then being teased about it and joked about it and stuff like that. And like kind of like the peer pressure of it all, and just me wanting to switch to the Android because everybody else had like an iPhone or an Android, or those were more acceptable. It was like me conforming to groupthink and what everybody else was doing, and me wanting to fit in. So yeah, that was my horror story. Um, Number 5 is write a letter to the editor in your defense. And mail it to yourself. So essentially, my letter turned into like an anti IB rant and about the program, how I felt in it, about how I felt about the people in it, and stuff like that. And it's funny because for some reason, it prompted me. No, I know why, and I'm gonna explain why by explaining the next task. It says time travel. List 3 old champions of your creative self worth. This is your hall of champions, those who wish you and your creativity well. And at first, I thought, after doing task number 5, I thought of doing my teacher, Miss Willix, because she was the IB coordinator. She was also my English teacher in 12th grade, and she was one of those teachers who I feel like just like believed in me, but also she was one of the reasons why I stayed in IB and why I still kept on trying. Cause like in 12th grade, I just wanted to quit. I was done with it. I didn't care about it anymore. I was just done. But interacting with her and the other teachers in the IB program, they kept me afloat for sure. So I was thinking about her and just like how she looked out for me a lot. But also kept me in check when I was just like not doing what I needed to do because I didn't want to be there anymore. And I was just like lacking. She kept me in check about that. So I was looking through my memorabilia box from high school and I found her letter. It was like for Valentine's Day, and it says you're extraordinary or ordinary, very cutesy. And it says there's no one else like you. Happy Valentine's Day. But she wrote on the side, I am happy to see you taking pride in that truth from Stephanie Willicks. Um, when I first read it, I'm like, really? I was taking pride in just being unique. I didn't feel like that. But then, not only did I find this, I also found little slips from my some of my classmates, from my Spanish class. And then there were really nice notes. It was also for Valentine's Day, like I said. And I'm like, huh. It made me feel some type of way. Because I'm like, dang, I just read off a whole bitter, um, anti IB rant, and then like I get like this nice stuff, and I'm like, dang, was I the drama? Was I the issue? No, yeah, sometimes for sure. A lot of times for sure, I was the problem. Um, and that's because in middle school and high school, I suppressed myself a lot. And like what I thought. If someone made me upset, I wouldn't tell them to their face. I would tell someone else about it because I just didn't want to deal with. I mean, I was scared of direct confrontation, communication. I did not like that at all. I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings to their face. I didn't want to make someone mad to their face. I didn't want to deal with the back and forth to like no, no. I was just scared, scared of people. Um, but no, but because either I would suppress it and just resent that person, and just like start building a grudge towards that person, or I would tell other people about it to still get off my chest. Not healthy, not good. It's giving fake. That's what it was. Um, and sometimes that would blow up in my face. Sorry, there's something blow up. Sometimes that did blow up in my face. So yeah. After seeing the card and the little slips of the nice things that people said about me, I'm like, dang, I was the problem. Like me not communicating how I felt, me holding grudges against people and building that resentment, and just me not being my genuine self and feeling like I have to suppress myself around these people. And not being it seems like now talking about it, it feels like I wasn't genuine with people and just like wasn't genuine with myself. It's like it's kind of like I grew not rose colored glasses but red colored glasses, and I always saw middle school and high school in negative light when writing that anti IB rant. And like, wow. Because like there were so many good times with these people in IB, with high school and middle school in general. And it's like I couldn't see that because I always saw anger and like what made me upset, who made me upset, and why they made me upset, and like all the stuff. And I wasn't addressing the part I played in the situations. It was getting very hypocritical and getting very like, victim blaming. So this artist way helped me like realize that and open my eyes to that. So definitely a lot of self reflection that I start doing. Yeah. Um. So that was task number 5, writing a letter to the editor in my defense. And so number 6, like I said, was list 3 old champions. So I didn't do Miss Bullets. Instead, I listed my parents. I listed ooh, I listed Autumn. She went to high school with me. She was in the grade above me. She was always so nice, so sweet. And I listed her because I released my first single, Zoned Out, November 11th, 2024. And I wasn't excited about it. I felt like I was so hard on myself about it that I couldn't enjoy myself. To me, it didn't feel perfect. It wasn't perfect to me. Sorry, I hear something rustling in the trees. But it didn't feel perfect to me. So I wasn't excited to put it out. And also I was just so scared because like that was my first music, like individual music thing that was on my child. I was scared to put my child out to the world and for it to be judged and criticized. So I just wasn't excited about putting it out. I was just very scared about what everybody else thought about it or would think about it. But when she DM me on Instagram saying that what did she say? Oh, I know she said that she found it calming. She said found it calming. There it is. Um, she liked how calming it sounds and that she was proud of me. I really appreciated that DM because like the point of the song Zoned Out was for it to be calming. So I'm happy that it got across. The message got across and she felt that way, and the song made her feel that way. So that was like a little encouragement for me to keep on going with the music. And then also included my other two champions were I said my parents, but I also said because my parents always like loved me, always supported me, always been my cheerleaders, always like wanted me to pursue my creative like dreams and just go for what I want essentially. So any like creative thing I wanted to do, like, whether it's acting, comedy, being in plays, band, or singing songwriting. They always invested in what I wanted to do and invested in me. So I'm really appreciative and very grateful for them. And even like just them and who they are. Like my parents are inspiring to me. My mom, like they're both retired now, and they worked so hard to get to where they are now, where like they have their own businesses. And my mom, like she's so creative. She does hats, she makes wreaths, she bakes, and she bakes different things too. She used to bake diaper cakes. She used to crochet, like so many different things. She's just creative, loud, outgoing, just like whatever she wants to do, she'll do it. Like, same thing with my dad. He's hardworking. He's very wise. He like gives the best of advice. Um, Hardworking. He always has some kind of business in different businesses. He's a hustler. Like he does what he needs to. Like if he like my mom, if he wants something, he's gonna go for it. If he's also a DIY person, like when it comes to fixing things and doing stuff, like like if the washing machine is broken, he's gonna try to figure out a way to fix it. Like you find like YouTube University. He's a graduate. Like he'll try to figure out how to do stuff on his own. So like those are like two very inspiring, and sometimes he's a workaholic. So two very inspiring people who are their own business owners or in like their own bosses now. It's just really, yeah. My parents are definitely like champions when it comes to like my creative self worth. And then lastly, my friend Michael, aka Darkside, who is a artist, producer, songwriter, you name it, different things. He helped me make my first song Self Doubt. He produced it. And he also was the mixing and mastering engineer and the recording engineer. And he helped me with both of my songs, Self Doubt and Satisfied. And but I feel like when it came to me actually being a music artist, like he helped me start that journey. And like he pushed me, encouraged me, like helped me like break out my shell and my fear of doing it. And like it took months. It took months, a lot of crying, a lot of therapy sessions with him. He's not a therapist, but like he was acting like it, like he a real one. He helped me get to where I am today. So yeah, he he real one. But yeah, so yeah, those are my creative champions. Um, So task number 7, select and write out one happy. I didn't do task number 7 because I feel like in a way, I kind of did like a thank you letter. Kind of wrote a thank you letter while doing task number 6. So yeah. Um. Okay, number 8, imaginary lives. If you have 5 other lives to lead, what would you do with each of them? And then it says look over your list and select one. Then do it this week. For instance, if you put down country singer, can you pick a guitar? If you dream of being a cowhand, what about some horseback riding? So the 5 imaginary lives I picked was an elementary school teacher, a children's therapist slash counselor, um, a DJ, a professional dancer slash choreographer, and a professional music artist slash performer. And what I did was I made a Canva presentation where each slide was each profession or each like lifestyle. I just wrote like a day in the life for each of them. And for this week, because I didn't do it last week, for this week I'm gonna pick. I think I'm gonna pick the songwriter, not the songwriter one, the musician, like the music artist one, and either do song covers for the week or practice piano for the week and post them. Exposure therapy. Putting myself out there on social media. Again. So yeah, that's number 8. Number 9. I feel like I kind of already did number 9 with the affirmations and blurts thing, but it says in working with affirmations and blurts, very often injuries and monsters swim back to us. Add these to your list as they occur to you. Work with each blurt individually, turn each negative into an affirmative positive, which I did, and I've been practicing them, all 10 of them, every day last week. And the last one is take your artist for a walk, the two of you. A brisk 20-minute walk can dramatically alter consciousness. And I feel like I accidentally did that. Last Monday, I decided, like, I want to work out, I want to get outside, so let me just go for a walk. And I walked the whole neighborhood. That scared me so much. That was so loud. I did not know what that was. Oh, the birds. Oh, one flew a little too close. Okay. But no, yeah, I took a walk, and on the walk, I saw a cute little turtle walking on the side of the street, and I'm like, let me take a picture of it. And then when I like got closer to it, it went into its shell. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but no, it was so cute, and like it's a stray turtle, and like this must be a sign because like I feel like my spirit animal is a turtle, and I did a coloring sheet of a turtle, so like it's like universe is telling me something. So and to see that I did one of the tasks unintentionally, I'm like, it's a sign, it's a sign. And the reason why I think the turtle is my spirit animal is because I feel like the turtle that's on the street, it's just like sometimes when I'm around people for a period of time, or like for a long period of time, it's like my social battery just like starts declining, and I want to go back into my shell and be by myself. But then, but when I'm out and about sometimes, and like I'm just extroverted. I want to be around people and stuff like that and have fun. That's when I'm out of my shell. So I can do both. I'm an introvert and an extrovert. So yeah. So that was all 10 tasks this week. And then the last check-in is, were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? And what I wrote down was me not completing all of my morning pages. Like I explained, I only did 6 out of 7 of them. And I said the lack of discipline in not getting up and doing the pages, tasks, and assignments on designated dates that I set. Because I'm doing this check-in on Monday. I was trying to, the book said if you're trying to do a Sunday to Sunday week, do the check-in on Saturday. I didn't read that until today. No, I didn't read that until yesterday, which is okay. So I was just already off. And then it's like if you're trying to do a Sunday week, do the reading for each week, like the chapter reading for each week on Sunday. Miss that. So today I'm catching up on the check-in. I'm catching up on the reading after this, and I still have to do my morning pages, which are going to be evening pages today. Hey, at least I'm gonna do them, so that's what matters. But back to what I was saying. Um, I said I like the discipline in not getting up. So every like day of the week, last week, I was trying to get up at 7 o'clock, which I did to turn off the alarms and stuff like that. But I immediately jumped back into bed, and I'm like, because every time I like wake up later on in the day, I'm like, dang. I always write my morning page like, no, I wanted to wake up at 7. Like, no, why do I keep jumping back into bed? Lack of discipline. So like, hopefully this week I get better at that. Like if I set a time, if I set a date, I will do it on a date. I'll do it at the time. So, and then also last week, sometimes I would stay up a little too late, and my body's like, nah, man, I need that 8 hours. So it's on me. It's on me, and I can only get better. So yeah. Other issues. I struggle talking about my parents and their impact on my overall creative self worth. I feel like that because like sometimes if I feel like if I talk about them in a negative connotation, I feel like I'm blaming them for things, and I don't like that. because like I said, they supported me so much and like done so much for me. But I feel like two things can be true at once. Like sometimes like certain things that they said, you know, did impact me in a negative way. But like, yeah, I feel like throughout the week I was getting better at that, and I was working on it as I was writing my morning pages, doing the task and stuff like that. So yeah, um, yeah, and I even talked to my parents about certain things and stuff like that. So I think we're good on that part. Um, about my feelings and just like learning how to communicate with them and be upfront with them about my feelings and not suppressing things and stuff like that. Because not only did I do that with people in school, I did that with at home as well. So yeah, the artist pages opened me up to that. What else did I say? Other issues. Not letting my negative voices or my censor get to me. I call my censor Bob, the censor demon. Cause Bob's just like who's named Bob? And I love people are named Bob, but like that I just named Bob my censor Bob the demon. Cause like I'm just trying to release you. I'm just trying to release you. Like leave me alone. So yeah. Um. Another one is learning that I've been committing a crime against myself by being a shadow artist. Let me go back. And define. So shadow artist. Um. Uh. Dang, what's a shadow artist? Oh, wait. Ooh, I forgot what that was. Ooh, this is gonna make me upset. Oh, okay. So shadow artists are gravitating. They gravitate to their rightful tribe, but cannot yet claim their birthright. Very often, audacity, not talent, makes one person an artist and another a shadow artist. Hiding in the shadows, afraid to step out and expose the dream to the light, fearful that it will disintegrate to the touch. Shadow artists often choose shadow careers, those close to the desired art, even parallel to it. And that made me think of me because I'm like, dang, like if I wasn't like if it wasn't for me like starting to try to like put out music and stuff like that last year, I would have just focused on being a music management major in terms of just like focusing on a career in music management and like just managing artists and not pursuing anything as an individual artist or like A&Rs or something like that. Just being around it but not actually doing it because I was too scared to. So I'm like, dang, not me. I felt so attacked by that. Like, not them telling me I'm a shadow artist, like, and me not knowing that. Like, that's kind of wild. So it's kind of like a shock to the system. Like, dang, I was like living, I was trying to live a life as a shadow artist. Boo. Um, what else? I said learning that artist equals audacity. Like, sometimes I'm scared to have audacity. Mm, so for them to say, yeah, a lot of times being an artist is just like people who have audacity to just go and do things. I'm like, oh, so let me work on building that audacity. What else? I said I need to stop striving for perfection and strive for progress. Because that's an issue that I have. Like, I just want things to be perfect, but like a lot of times when I want things to be perfect, I don't put it out or I don't do it because I don't think I'd be able to be perfect or like I won't be. I don't feel like I'm able to do things because I'm not the best at it. And it's like I'm not progressing because I'm not trying. I'm not failing. I'm not learning. So yeah. What else? I said masochism. I feel like I'm saying that word wrong, but masochism is the tendency to derive pleasure from one's own pain or humiliation. And I feel like it's like being addicted to sadness or being addicted to like putting yourself in certain situations that make you miserable. And I feel like I've done that by like not doing what I want to do, not saying how I feel and not being upfront with others and myself. So that was a hard pill to swallow when I read that. Yeah, for sure. Um, what else? I said learning to give myself permission to be a beginner and a bad artist. I think that was the issue with zoned out and even satisfied. Like I wanted these to sound like Beyonce level songs, and I wanted to be like a Beyonce level artist, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm new to this, and I'm not supposed to be Beyonce. I'm supposed to be Natalie Nicole. So that's what I'm learning and learning to embrace and accept. Like people said, Zona was a good song for my first song, and I felt some type of way because I'm like, no, I just wanted to be a good song. And it's like it's my first song. Like I need to give myself room to grow and be a bad artist and be a beginner. So that's something I'm learning. And then lastly, questioning if I fell to into victim blaming others for my lack of creative self worth. And I've already discussed this in the video, but it's like I gotta accept accountability because I suppressed myself. How can I really blame others for continuing to say certain things that made me feel comfortable or made me upset, or do certain things, or just like people don't know what they do to you unless you voice it, or they don't know that they're doing something wrong unless you voice it. So that was on me, and me building up that resentment because I wasn't communicating how I felt, and that anger and the grudges and all that stuff, and me either imploding or exploding onto people. It's just I can't blame him. I have to blame myself because they didn't know what they were doing wrong because I didn't express myself. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this week. Yeah, now it's off to the next week. I'm very excited about this process. It's like so far it's at 42 minutes this video, but I feel like I learned a lot, so that's why I have so much to say. So I'm excited for the next week and growing and learning about my creative self and just me in general as an artist and as a human being. So um, hopefully y'all stick around on this journey with me. If not, thank you for listening to me today and watching this video. This book is available on Amazon, and I got this the Morning Pages journal as a 2 pack. So yeah, definitely recommend it if you are a creative in any either as a hobbyist or as a professional. Like if you feel like you're creatively oppressed or like suppressed or like you're kind of creatively lost, or if you just want to expand on your creativity, this is a great book for you. And I only done it for 1 week, so I'll see y'all next week. Thank you for listening. I'm now Nicole. Stream my music, Zoned Out and Satisfied, featuring Anthony Kwame, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.